All right, good afternoon, HHB. This is Captain Heron. I'm going to be conducting a commander's interview with you. This is pretty generic. I'm going to go down through the worksheet that the Readiness NCO Sergeant First Class Smith will send out here shortly. For records purposes, you'll need to update all the commander's questions again, so we have it just on file because we're working through some updating of the files, even if you've done it in the near future or near past. And then your driver's license. We need to make sure we have a current driver's license on your file, so that way we can have it a nice neat file moving forward. And then when the new commander comes in at one point, whether it be a few months or a year, whenever they want to fire me, he can go through these and these will be already nice and neat. First thing, obviously, your age. Don't get crazy there. The first couple questions, what we're looking at on the previous military driving experience is how long you've been driving a military vehicle. So if you have been driving for 20 years, but you've been in the military for 3, we're only looking for the 3 years of military experience. Number 4, put the vehicles that you have driven before, but honestly put the things that you feel most comfortable driving, that you could drive without much direction or whatever. Meaning, what have you driven in the past that you're the best at? Number 5, the conditions of the vehicles. I mean, what has been the conditions? Snow is going to be one of the biggest things. Rain. Mud, maybe. You could put dry environments too because of fire hazards and stuff. Just be honest there. Passenger car, since you've been 16, 15, how long have you been driving? How long do you drive each year? On the 1.5 ton truck or larger, put how much experience you have on that far as years. Obviously, we need people that can drive anything when we need them. Bus driver's license, we are always in the need of bus drivers. It doesn't hurt if you are not driving, put no, but one thing I would say is put that you're interested if you are. Like myself, I have a license for a bus driver. It's not hard through the military, especially. Usually revolves around a person that is licensed, letting someone drive and give them the training, and then passing the written test. I think there's a bit more to it, but it's not that hard to get bus drivers training. It is good to have because we need as many of those as we can. Tractor trail combo, it's good to know on that as well. I know several of you are truck drivers or driven trucks before. Accidents. If you've been in a small fender bender, I'm not worried about. What we're looking at is major accidents, far as we're totaling, flipping, a fine that's been attributed. I'm not looking at a seatbelt ticket. I'm looking at like $2,500. Something that where you've actually caused significant damage to a vehicle. Citations, what we're looking at is like speeding tickets. I don't care about parking tickets. I'm not caring about blaring your music too loud. What I'm looking at is excessive speed. If you've been arrested for going over 20 miles per hour and taken to jail, DWIs, stuff of that nature, I want to be aware of because a lot of the stuff will show up on your records if you don't tell us. Just know your driver ranking, your personal opinion on, or what your personal thoughts are on that. Major cause of accidents, what you think causes the most. There's a lot of things. We'll see what your personal opinion is. Looking at composite risk management, how do you mitigate and reduce those factors? So that's what that part there is. 17 on here, have you had any personal objection to becoming a military motor vehicle operator? If you say yes, we need a reason why. Everyone, including myself, all officers, should be able to drive a vehicle and be licensed. So if you're going to put no there, or if you're going to put why you have an objection, you need to explain it very specifically and very thoroughly. Looking at what makes a good military driver, just kind of put your thoughts there as well. Talking about your current physical condition, how you're feeling. Obviously, right now with COVID-19, we're doing this virtual commander's interview. Don't just, I'm afraid of COVID-19 or I'm driving with a mask. You shouldn't be driving with a mask. Mask is only for close proximity to people that you're not around normally. So the only time you'd be wearing a mask in a military vehicle is if you are driving with someone that you have not been in contact with before on a regular basis. You're not going to be driving with a mask most of the time. Glasses, we just need to know that. Obviously, that can reduce, especially depending on the vehicle you're driving, if it is up armored or if it's open cabbed. Night driving, especially if you wear contacts, glasses, and with all the different weather we've been having to deal with, whether it be snow, rain, we need to know if you can see clearly at night, because part of the being able to drive in the military is being able to drive at night. And then that being said, we haven't done a lot of training on MVGs, driving with no lights. We need to get back into that. So we just need to know if you have problems seeing at night, even with lights and everything. Hearing, I mean, I don't need to explain that any more thoroughly. Just be smart about your hearing. Can you hear? Physical problems, any other things that are affecting you that might affect your driving. We want to also know if you are experiencing any auto body mechanics. It's always good to know that, because just because you're not licensed in the military doesn't mean you can't help out and understand vehicles and how they operate. Maybe it's something we could get you licensed in later, or go, some training on. Have you driven with MVGs, night, or any night devices? Referring to my earlier thing. What type of vehicles have you driven at night? And how much experience do you have with those? Now, my final remarks here, the military's done away with the accidents avoidance course. I was looking at that as an option for some of the commander stuff. Biggest thing I can tell you is mitigating the risk. That's one of the things is don't text and drive. Make sure you have plenty of fuel. Even on your own personal vehicles. We do PMCS on our Humvees and such. Do that on your own personal vehicles. Reduce your phone, like it talked about texting, but also music. I've seen plenty of soldiers who drive with music or speakers in the Humvees. Absolutely no headphones if you're driving. Just have someone, an aid driver, take care of all that type of stuff as far as those distractions. I've also seen a video posted on Facebook of a student of mine who is a soldier in another state's National Guard, and they doing some stupid stuff driving a Humvee. And that being said, I think she was given some bad advice. Just be cognitive of don't do something stupid and record it and then put it on the interwebs. Just kind of some thoughts there on some drivers, because if I license you and you're like, hey, what's this crazy person doing driving, because I'm liable for you, be smart about that. So fill out those sheets that Sergeant Smith's going to send out, dealing with your training, and that way we can put it on file. If you've done it before, let's do it again. This is an hour-ish training that we've got dedicated for you. Get your driver's license in. If I don't see very many views on this, I will push this out again and not give credit for training. I need to see several views on this, and I can track how many people watch it. So be cognitive of that, and please do listen and watch this video. That's all I have. Have a great day.